law says a person must be 21 to buy tobacco products. In Minnesota, the age is 18 for now. On August 1st, a new state law will match the federal law, requiring purchasers of tobacco products to be at least 21 years old. Senator Carla Nelson explains the years-long process of raising the age in Minnesota.
I'd like to start with a little speculation. Do you believe that the age to purchase tobacco products would have been raised to age 21 had vaping not become so attractive to today's youth? In other words, was it this vaping epidemic that prompted the federal government and half of states to now raise the age to purchase tobacco products to age 21?
Well, I think the vaping epidemic helped carry T21 over the finish line. Certainly, the fact that for the first time in history, we had seen a rise in our smoking and our tobacco rates was very concerning to everyone. And it was no doubt the result of these high nicotine products paired with kid-friendly flavors and quick addiction rates. And so I do think that the vaping epidemic helped pass T21 quicker. Of course, some of us started T21 way before vaping, but I do believe the vaping crisis certainly helped get it across the finish line.
Now, on the Senate floor, there was debate as this bill was being passed. Some said this impinges on personal liberty. Others said it's not fair that a person can be asked to serve their country, potentially putting their life on the line, but not be able to buy a pack of cigarettes. Others expressed resentment over the federal government's role in getting this through the states. Do you find any of those arguments persuasive?
Well, I certainly understand every one of those arguments. And quite frankly, laws do impinge personal freedoms. And the key thing is to make sure that those laws are just and correct. And in regard to tobacco and T21, it is no different than alcohol at age 21. Now, regarding the military, I have to say that gave me great pause as well, even when I first introduced this bill back in 2017. But I've learned a lot since then, and quite frankly, the military has also been taking steps to be a tobacco-free military. All of the Joint Chiefs have statements in support of Tobacco 21. Every branch of that includes every branch of the military, and the Defense Department actually is looking to be tobacco free as well. It's a matter of troop readiness. So certainly I understand the issue and so appreciate our military men and women. And of course, we do not want them to also be prey to the addictions of tobacco.
Now, we've talked on this program about anti-vaping measures in schools. We've talked about the importance of an educational curriculum to teach kids about the dangers of tobacco use. Is that still important, an educational curriculum, even though now they will not be able to access those products until the age of 21?
Oh, yes, I believe it is. And the Senate has legislation ready to go. Actually, it's passed the Senate to actually have the Vaping Awareness and Prevention Act that is critically important, just like we do for other critical health issues like vaping, tobacco, alcohol, and also cardiac arrest, CPR, hands-only CPR, and AED use. So this is an important piece to make sure all of our students at least have this snippet of health education.
Now, you mentioned this earlier, and I know this to be true. You first brought up T21 legislation in 2017. So here we are, 3 years later. It is the law of the land. Are you satisfied with this outcome?
Yes, I think we are conforming with what the federal T21 law is. That was absolutely essential. And actually, Shannon, that really helped carry it across the finish line as well. Minnesotans, our retailers, and our law enforcement were in a predicament because the federal law said one thing and state law said another. And so I just want to add that the federal T21 also helped push this across the finish line. It is the right thing to do. I think we know it will save lives. 95% of addicted smokers started before the age of 21. When their brains were still forming. We're finding now that those earlier ages, brains are primed for addiction. And so this is a good thing. It's going to save lives, going to save thousands from becoming addicted smokers. And I'm very happy to see it signed into law.
Senator Carla Nelson, thank you.